If you want great cinematic looking footage, you need to get the Blackmagic. No, not the camera, the filter. I'm Raphael, and welcome to the channel. Before I start, make sure you like and subscribe to this video if you want more of this kind of stuff. It helps YouTube know who to share this with. Thanks so much. This little piece of glass is Hollywood's magic sauce. Blackmagic filter. No, really, that's what it's called. It's called the Hollywood Blackmagic filter by Schneider. This one is meant for standard photo lenses, but Hollywood uses essentially the exact same piece of glass. They use a 4x4 or a 6x6 piece of glass that does the exact same thing. It's a diffusion filter, but it's a little different than the standard black pro mist. It does one thing very, very well. It removes blemishes and wrinkles. There's no post-processing. There's no need for any of that. It softens the details in the face, especially with the high resolution sensors, the 4Ks, the 6Ks. It really helps to bring down that digital video signal look. It essentially makes it look more like film. Soft diffusion filters really help those harsh digital details. There's a reason they call it Blackmagic, because it is so subtle, but in my opinion works so well. It adds these nice little blooms to the highlights, to the whites. The reason I like this filter over the Pro Mist or the soft diffusion filter is that the highlights and the blooms are not as obvious. It doesn't come across as, oh, I'm using a filter. It doesn't scream that, but it's subtle enough and it's very pleasant for the eyes. It gives that cinematic, soft, pleasant look that we're all very familiar with. And this is even before grading. I'm gonna do a little test right now with it off, with it on, and with the pearlescent 1/2 filter, which is a much stronger diffusion. So let's take a look at the three of them side by side. So these filters actually have imperfections in the glass to create that softness. And this is the pearlescent, so it's very obvious what's in front of the lens and how it can distort and bend the light and soften the image. And this is the 1/2, and it can be very, very strong, especially if there's a light in the frame. It blooms very powerfully. And this is the Blackmagic. It's very subtle, but it's still there and it does that effect. Look at these highlights, and I'll bring in the bloom with and without. Softens the highlight and mid-tone contrast and reduces the glare. A glowing effect around highlights is created, which further enhances the subject's appearance. It creates a subtle glowing effect around highlights. But the thing I love about this filter versus the other filters, it visually maintains the sharpness of the shadows and the lowlights. The other filters tend to bloom too much and it bleeds into the other parts of the image. It feels like there's too much haze in the room, where this just adds a little bit of atmosphere that makes the footage feel really pleasant. So I just like the little bit of haloing around the lights. And as you can see, when you put a large, strong light source in the frame, it exaggerates that bloom. And if the filter is too strong, it makes it very noticeable and very distracting. This filter can come in 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, 1, and 2 overall. And the higher you go, the more the effect happens. Generally, for medium shots like this, a 1/4 is used. A 1/8 if there's a lot of light in the shot. Most people tend not to use the 1/2 or higher unless they're going for a very, very specific look. So that's it. That's Hollywood's secret. That's my secret to getting really good looking footage. This is just one step to make your footage look fantastic. It is the camera. It is the sensor. It is the lens. It is the filter. It is the lighting. It is the camera move. It is the grading and the editing. All those things combine to make that cinematic look. One of these alone is not enough for cinematic footage. You need to understand all of them to get great footage. As always, thanks for watching. Give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment with your thoughts. I'm Raphael. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.